Right, so Phil's not here at the moment. He's had a few weeks off for childbirth, and we decided we better buy some more cars while he's off because nothing else is happening. So last week, was it?
Nothing else is happening.
All right,
you building a Mustang, me building an Evo.
All right, we'll talk about that
But
later.
we did get a little carried away.
Sidetracked. So yeah, last week was it?
Yeah.
We went on the internet and realised track days were back on, so we booked some, and then realised we had no cars to do them in.
Or not cars that we want to take on the track. So
we now have cars.
So I bought a Mini Cooper S because cheap and work, and just one of our friends breaks them and fixes them a lot, so easy to get all the bits. And Nate's wanted one for how long? 6 months? Long time.
6 months?
About
no
3
time.
years. Yeah. So when I bought that last week,
Was it
Monday,
all
Tuesday.
last week? Yeah, it was all last week.
Ended up coilovers, wheels, big brakes, supercharger pulley, seat, what else? And a service. So that's a good running car.
And I went for the sensible option and bought the Renault, which comes from the factory done for you.
And how did that work out, Jay?
I don't know if I want to talk about it, to be honest. I mean,
So he sent Dan Wright to buy it. Our
I bought our friend. I sent our friend Dan, car trader extraordinaire, to buy me a Renault. And here it is.
Broken.
I mean, it did run.
It's rubbish though, isn't it?
Oh, I've never been anything so slow, to be honest. Like, gutless pig.
From the top of there to the bottom of here, you can do it all in first gear and you can't hit the red line. It's so slow, it's embarrassing. Your diesel Merc's probably faster.
Yeah. My diesel Merc's a lot faster. Your van's faster.
So the guy who bought it off, there's a sticker in the door saying,
no,
come here, yeah, come here, I need to see this.
I mean, you buy children's cars off scumbags, and this is what happens. So, you know, your man,
look, it's had a new cam out and puts the sticker
10
on.
days ago,
Yeah.
less than 1 week with, what, how many miles is that?
And
How many miles is
pop
that?
the bonnet.
Oh, I want to see how many miles it's done. It's done 300 miles on this cam belt.
Pop the bonnet.
I don't know if you need to pop the bonnet.
Oh, you haven't got the cover.
Basically,
Basically,
because the engine's not. Yeah, but you can see inside.
yeah, it runs. It's so slow. It's like it is horrific. So we've checked the cam timing. Decided to. Where's the
Well, first of all, what we did was decide it was the VVT solenoid because unplugging it made absolutely no difference. So ordered a new one of those.
Even that's worn out the bonnet.
Not broken. Don't worry about that. So as you can see, this is what you get when you buy Renaults.
So we've took the cover off. The bout is not new.
Well, this about sums this project up. What more do you have to say?
He's not happy.
We were saying before,
The new cam bout.
the
Tell the story, Jay.
well, we caught the man red-handed, obviously. So I got my friend Dan to ring him this morning, so we blocked his number. And then emailed him, and apparently the guy has changed the cam belt and he used a second-hand one off his race car, which has only done 500 miles. I think it's time to stop lying, isn't it, Mr. Whatever you were called on eBay? We've caught you and you haven't done it.
The bout looks, you can see all the ridges in it. There's no.
I mean, we
line,
can
it looks
insert a
fine.
photo from yesterday's plain
It's
misery.
Clearly not new.
So yeah, I've been done over, but hopefully the bits are coming tomorrow to fix this thing, and with a belt, a dephaser pulley and a solenoid in it.
You're hoping.
If it doesn't, I'm going to be properly sad.
We did compression test it yesterday.
Oh, that's just Craig's machine though.
So he always bases one machine on all his scrap. So we got 60 PSI, well 55, 60 across the board, which isn't very good. But he says it's my machine.
Well, we'll see on Friday, won't we?
Yeah.
But anyway, worst case, I'm going to have to buy an engine. So I'm going to need one pretty fast, and I don't want to pay a lot of money.
So
So if you want to give me a Clio 197 engine, nice runner.
well, there is a chance it's a 1.2 in it. Cause that's what it
Ain't a
feels like.
1.2. It does feel like a 1.2.
It's so slow, it's embarrassing.
I mean, we might be slightly broken in what we're expecting from these things, but it
Yeah,
can't be that slow.
It's really
And
bad.
to be fair, I did have a blast in it, and it sort of felt alright above 5,000 revs, but below 5,000 revs was so slow that it's definitely broken.
The problem is Dan Wright has got a Rover 45 V6.
Yeah.
thing.
So yeah, we booked these track days, and there's what,
And you've
6,
given
8
the
of
talk
us?
saying you're going to destroy him.
6,
and you're
8
clearly
of us
not.
in 200 horsepower cars on
Yeah.
these track days, and if a rover comes past you, you might as well just kill yourself.
Just go home.
Just give up at life.
I'll throw the car in the canal.
Well, it'll be in the canal on Friday, I think. If it doesn't pull out of it on Friday, doing a wheel spin, it's going straight to the fence.
It won't wheel spin. It's that
No,
bad.
you can't wheel spin it. That's how slow it is. And I'm not talking about traction control on.
No,
You
it's
can't wheel spin.
terrible.
I did a chirp in the rain, didn't I? Anyway,
That's on new tyres.
I bought this because I didn't want a project. I bought the one that you just put brake pads in.
Yeah. It's how's the Mustang going, Jay?
Well, that's
I
been
can see
pushed
that's-
out the way to get this scrap in, so
As
I
you
can
can
fix
see,
this.
The Mustang is
Now I've
derelict.
been pushed out the way, and I've got 2 cars here that don't work. Craig's van at home, and I've still got my trusty Mercedes.
And should we just drive the miniback van now? Because that works.
Well,
Yeah.
before you go, I need a push onto the ramp. So yeah, I guess I'll let you know if this actually works. Otherwise, we'll see you at a track day in, how long we got? 3-4 weeks?
It's the end of the month.
We got 4 weeks. I've got loads of time. Here we are, one day later. We've had a special delivery from Renault for the first time in my life, which is, you know, lovely. Hopefully the parts are right, but who knows on a Renault, because it seems if it's anything like the solenoid, they change mid-year for no reason and then they just don't plug in. So we're about to do the timing on this thing and change the dephaser pulley. Just waiting for a friend of mine to turn up with the timing tools, and we'll get on with it. It seems if you read the internet though, you need to work at NASA to be able to time one of these, but it doesn't look too complicated, so we'll see how we get on. Well, first bit of disappointment of the night is it seems to be timed correctly with the crank lock. The tool slips in lovely, so that's a shame. But anyway, on to actually doing the job. Well, there's the old brand new belt, 10 days old.
Yeah.
And here's one with writing on, imagine that. So that can go and die somewhere. And we'll get on with taking that pulley off and slipping the new one on. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't work at NASA and this isn't going too badly. Anyway, let's see if it starts at the end of this. There's what they call a dephaser pulley. We've CSI'd it, and it turns out that one is from 2008, so it's probably the original one off the car. No idea if it's broken or not, but it's going in the bin just in case. We've got to get this VVT fault. I never even explained this, did I?
No.
No, I just was sad that the man ripped me off and didn't change the cam belt, but the actual fault with the car is mechanical VVT error. So we've done a solenoid, checked the timing, and we're putting this on. Those are the 3 parts. If it doesn't work, the engine's going in the bin.
Turbo engine.
Not a project. Anyway, let's get on with it. Well, here we are, another day.
Another day in the Renault.
Another day in the life of Renault business. This is Dan who bought the car.
Sorry.
Thank you, Dan.
Sorry.
Well done, mate. Yeah, good lad.
I'll give you one of them. You've done very well. But anyway, while we're waiting for a couple of, I've got an auxiliary belt coming and a couple of service bits because I'm that optimistic about this.
We're all very optimistic, aren't we?
I've decided to change the brake pads.
Like this clear silicone here, which is always a good sign. No, straight from Wicks.
Yeah, we know the car's got a story to tell now. I've found that the steering rack has got no clips on the gaiters. The coolant pipes aren't clipped into their clips. You know, something's happened here and there's a story to be told, but
That says it all.
the jack sign.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever the story was, we're never going to find it out, and we just got to fix it, or I've just got to fix it. But we decided to, I'll show you what I'm up to, and then we'll go and see what Craig's answer to this is. Where's those brake pads gone? Decided to put some sportier brake pads in while we wait for these bits and pieces to turn up. Just gone to... Yeah.
Posh.
Yeah.
Well, the back one's a brand new, genuine Renault, but...
Why are you putting rear pads in?
I've put new rear pads in, but they are from car spares.
Well, you're going to have a bad day then.
Nah. They'll be in, yeah.
Everybody knows. Everybody, to be fair, everybody knows if you go on a track day with standard brake pads, your day's ruined. So yeah, we're going to do brake fluid and fit the front pads while we wait for these bits to turn up, and we'll just have a wander around to Dynotorque and see what Craig's up to. There is the competitor. I might add driving it to work and back because yours works.
Yeah, like, works. And if anything goes wrong now, I'll just get one off Benham for free. Just...
Yeah.
So we have been working on some brakes.
I'll turn the radio down before we get banned.
So you'll be in trouble for that.
Oh, that's it, we're already banned. Whatever her name is getting paid. What was she called?
That one will be...
Yeah, she's getting paid.
Music.
No, the Google man hates music, takes all your money.
I didn't realise that.
Ignore the mess, we're in between...
Ignore the
in between
Pajero. This
Yeah.
is the Pajero treasure. Let's step over that.
Yeah, ignore that.
We've got carried away with different projects. So, Team Taylor wants to do some endos.
What are you doing?
Well,
You're not supposed to use brakes. It's got 200 horsepower.
Maybe.
the thing is, it's like, I know you need brakes to sort it, so I looked at, they only told me like 270mm brakes are standard, which, and the brakes were knackered on it, so I had to buy discs. The biggest mini disc is 318, but I found these cheap on eBay. I mean, these are 380 quid with pads.
My car costs less than that.
Yeah, but Dan, you got a Rover 75 or whatever it is.
I've got a Rover 45.
Ah, whatever.
So
You'll be laughing when it drives.
So basically, got them, so they'll do the job. These
I should say they will do the job, to
Yeah.
be fair.
These are Audi S4 discs that I had in stock. They're used, but they've like done absolutely nothing. So they're ones I bought for a project a long time ago, but never used. And what we've done is I have to run a spacer on them to clear the coilovers. So I've PCD'd the inside of the spacer so it locates into the disc, locates on the centre board just to make sure it's still accurate. Just re-PC'd the disc, because obviously the holes are different. So that bolts in, locates it all, and all good. And then started making last night an adapter plate. So that's, I've got to finish it and make it a bit neater and stuff.
So what you're saying is you bought the car with the wrong brakes, unlike me, who has got brakes.
Yeah, but it works.
I know.
I mean, I could have just put R56 front discs and pads on, some decent pads.
That would have been more than fine.
Yeah.
Especially for Donington, where you don't really.
Well, I've never
There's only like 2 or 3 wheels.
I've never driven around
braking
Donington.
points.
I've been man in a passenger.
First corner goes right,
Yeah.
follow the
I've
road
seen
after
You
that.
see
Yeah,
that
sort of
bit
there's a
like-
left and a right. There's some gravel that you're going to fall into
Yeah.
if you're a bit.
I mean, to be honest, this is completely overkill. But
You reckon? You reckon?
well, yeah. But it was like, well, the mini disc's only 22mm thick.
I reckon you'll need another 50 horsepower just to turn the discs. To be fair,
But I've got a small pulley for it, and I've got it pops and bangs at the moment. It's got like you lift off, it pops and bangs, and it's
crap on that.
horrific. So that's getting mapped out. So Benham's going to put like just a random GP map on it just to get rid of that.
Nice bit of flash map.
Yeah. So hopefully it should be 200 horse, shouldn't it? So
Well,
that'll be fine.
Getting very optimistic.
we are. Let's. You gonna have these fitted today or not?
I don't know.
Right. Well, let's
Maybe.
go and do some more finishing, and we'll see if the Renault's fixed at least, and then we'll check up with you two later.
If not, it's going in the canal, yeah?
Me and you, Dan, hand in hand.
Canal.
What was that film called? Thelma and Louise off the edge of the cliff, but we're going in the canal.
Is that Vantage Point?
No, it's
not
Thelma and
Vantage
Louise,
Point.
Dan.
Is it Thelma and Louise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight.
Is Vantage Point?
That's one where they crash into the train at the end. Or
Yeah, in
something
a
like that.
Dodge Challenger or
I
something.
don't know.
We ain't got a Dodge Challenger.
Well, it's like the English equivalent.
You've got a Mustang.
Yeah, but we got to push that into the canal.
Yeah, I suppose.
We could tow the Mustang into the canal with the Clio, I suppose, and just make
Or
my
into
life.
the skip like the old Transit.
Oh, when Benjamin broke Smith.
Yeah, with-
handbrake turned it into a skip.
What?
Remember that?
We got an old Transit to do a conversion for an old pickup truck for a customer. So we bought a Transit, so we wanted a diesel engine. So we thought it would be a great idea to come down here flat out, and we'll handbrake turn it into the skip to like smash the van to pieces. fun.
Animals.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It kept going. In fact, that Transit probably as quick as your Clio.
I got, honestly, genuinely, on the way to work the other day when I was bringing it up here, I got out-dragged off the lights at full force by a Focus diesel estate and a van.
But it's alright on cam, so just keep it on cam.
Yeah, but then you look like an idiot.
And you got to get in
You
there.
look like an idiot anyway to run.
You got to launch at 5,000 revs to get it on cam, and it might. No, it's not. No. Anyway, let's go and fix it, and then we'll either laugh or be very disappointed.
Or cry.
Laugh or cry.
Yeah.
So Jay,
What?
buy a Renault, just put tyres on and drive.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you?
About as well as expected. Did I tell you about when I had a 182?
No. How did that go?
I did. I blew it up on a trailer. Didn't even drive it.
Maybe it's you.
It's Renault's, mate.
Yeah.
I've
Bon
blown it.
was right. You are the destroyer.
I'm not.
I've never blown a Clio engine up.
You have.
Yeah, twice.
And you're the Renault expert, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Is it Renault enthusiast?
Don't you pay people to fix yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually get Benham to do it.
Yeah. Where is Chris?
He wasn't interested in this.
Not answered his phone. So, the joys of Renault.
There are no joys
No.
at the moment.
That looks very miserable.
To be fair, it's not as bad as
Compared to what the internet had told us,
The cam timing is like, it was spot on, wasn't
well,
it?
you have to work at NASA to time one of these
Right,
if you read
really?
the internet. But
Clearly not.
I mean, it's just a timing belt
Yeah.
at the end of the
So
day.
have you fixed it?
Well, we're about to put the new idler and tensioner on, and
Maybe it's just how they are.
it might be.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to just put the belt on, make sure it's lined up, and go home for the night, so I can go home with positivity inside me,
Right.
and then
No, you
come
need
back
to- you
tomorrow
need
and
to
be
go and try it.
disappointed.
No.
No, you need to do it tonight.
Right.
Yeah, but you won't be here to see your happy face when it's still rubbish.
Well, the brake's nearly done on the Mini, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, but if this works, I'll have brakes tomorrow. I'll be ready to go.
Right. Them little weedy things.
Brembos, mate, real mate.
Yeah, they're not real Brembos, are they?
Of course they are.
They're little pretend ones on little
Raise
tiny
your
discs.
mount. Can we have a look?
They are, they're proper.
Yeah, but I mean, look. What size are they?
I don't care. Mono block. Raise your mount. From the factory, didn't even have to
They're
change
like
it.
2 something.
I don't care what size they are.
You don't have Audi S4 brakes on your Mini?
I don't need them. It's got 200 horsepower. I don't need brakes.
It hasn't got 200 horsepower. It's got about 120 if you're lucky.
I think it might have less than 100 to be fair.
Yeah.
I think on a good day it's probably 175.
All right, if you want, factory would say it had 190.
Well, fingers crossed it's all fixed and you'll be smiling tomorrow. And then back onto the real
the
project
actual project, yeah.
that's looking quite...
Abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid Renaults.
Anyway, get fixing.
Well, thanks for coming. We're back running again, Dan.
Fixed it, didn't we?
I don't know about that, but obviously Craig's been here. Yeah, let's roll this thing out of here then
Just push your lady killer out the way.
and go and see how Craig's getting on, putting brakes bigger than his car on. Remember that, Reg? One careful owner.
Yeah.
Remember that face?
Perfect.
Oh, we missed you here, Dan. I remember when this was every night. Well, you probably should, yeah. See Dan doing me a favour. Well, what were we saying, Dan? You did me a favour for
This is
picking me
Dan's
up.
new job, he's been made redundant. How much, Dan? £4 round here?
Deadly Dan's detailing.
I ain't paying him. I'm calling it the karma for buying me such a nightmare, to be honest.
He's only wiping
I mean, I got your car karma. I don't know how this worked out. Like all the bad cars you've ever sold, and I ended up with
The bad one.
yeah. You're going to be fine from now on.
Phone you and say it is a bit like flat.
a bit flat. I drove it, it's horrific.
Anyway, though, positive. It's fixed now.
Yeah, all working.
Dan's shining up that whiteness. All those shades of white are blending back together.
Just like
Get overtaken by a Rover.
We ain't getting overtaken by a Rover, Dan.
DCT Rover.
Automatic.
The racing Mini.
So yeah, I'm happy that my car has now got brake pads and fluid and a man polishing it.
You call them brakes?
I call them brakes, Craig. They say
They're not
Brembo
big
on them.
brakes.
You'll say Brembo on them.
Here's a question. Is anyone coming back friends after this?
Yeah, of course it is.
Who's going through whose door?
Dan's going through everybody's door.
Yeah.
Prior at that.
You have?
Remember the Christmas party?
If anybody's actually interested, 2011, 12?
Dan the Destroyer.
2011, 12 Driftworks Christmas party video. When, whatever, we rented Birmingham wheels. 11, 12, 13, whatever. And Dan just drove round all day writing people's cars off like our boy's lovely E36. It was like a lovely 328.
Nice. It really was nice, yeah.
Dan straight into the door. How bad? Is it bad? No. And then he replaced the radiator same day, straight into the front of it. Take that, Al. Thanks for bringing your car.
It was a fun day though.
It was a good day out. The greatest Christmas party. But I mean,
And he's in a 200 quid car, he don't care.
that is a professional at work, to be fair.
Everyone was going too slow.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
What was the problem?
Everyone was going too slow.
Were they all managing the street?
Managing the
Alan
street.
stopped
Are
because
you
there was a
aware?
crash and you just went full force into his car.
What, are you saying that
I mean,
Jay?
we can review the footage so you can see it.
Are you saying that Jay managed
There's a
the?
video, a whole-
Jay definitely managed the street.
Oh, okay, okay.
I believe you'll see Craig doing donuts with a wheel ripped off his car as well. I think that happened that day.
Blair just drove straight into the wall.
That's it, blame Blair, yeah. And there was definitely
He's not
a,
here to defend
there was
himself.
definitely a white 325 or whatever it was doing donuts with the wheel
That
off.
was me.
Yeah, man's an animal.
It
But
did just get finished.
anyway, I am an auxiliary belt and an oil change away from a trackday. Craig has not fitted his brakes yet, but we'll film that on Monday. And
I've
then-
made them.
I know,
I
yeah.
need some brake lines, so.
I do not.
And an oil change, I think I'm going to do. And the gearbox and treat it.
Yeah, mate.
Is this that thing where everyone gets a cheap track day car and then they start
Spend.
getting bits and bits? Oh,
Well, I
just
just bought the one that was done.
yeah.
I've got Brembios.
They're not those covers off eBay, are they?
That tyre looks a bit flat, Dan. Are you?
Oh, it's okay now.
I said flat.
Flat?
Yeah.
It's probably got flats, you know. cracked
Probably
the
you.
wheel or something, hasn't it?
It's not like a BM wheel with 150 grams on, is it, Dan?
No.
That's Bonjamin's fault.
So, I'm quite happy after this week. To be fair, it's been a long week of disappointment, but
You look a lot happier now than you did the other night.
I was convinced we were putting an engine in it.
Yeah, you look. I have a video of him. He looks very sad.
We'll give it to Philly, put it in, can't I? You told me you were filming and just cheer Nate up.
Did the windscreen chip come for free, Dan? Right.
So, yeah,
Monday then.
we'll catch you on Monday and show you what Craig's been up to. Testing out the competition. Let's pull this thing in and we'll show you what he's been up to. No Clio, is it? Oh, that's quite sporty, I guess. Ugh, revs about as fast as an old diesel. Perfect. Anyway, let's get it in. Well, here we are on Monday, like we said, and you've gone a bit, I don't think I'm allowed to say spick anymore, but a bit
Big.
a bit over the top on the front brakes.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some of the. There are 276mm standard the brakes, which is quite small. But the later Mini ones, the 318, I think it's 316, which I was going to do. But then I found the discs upstairs, which offer RS4, which I was going to use on a conversion on my old RX8 long time ago. So they're free upstairs. Bought some calipers, and
They're
they
very
sort
bright.
of fit. Ended up buying different wheels to make them fit, but luckily our mate Chris breaks these and deals in them. Also got some wheels cheap. He did me a Partex, that was really good. and they're ½ inch wider, so the tyre just fits that a little bit better.
They're still on a 215?
215 45. I went to the higher profile because I wanted it. I mean, believe it or not, it had original suspension with mixture of run flats and none, and the ride was harsh as anything. So it's now got HSDs on and 215 Nankangs, and the ride is
But at least we're all on the same tyre then. I'm on the 215 as well.
They're probably not the ultimate tyre, but
but for the money they're going to do the job, aren't they?
And the thing with this is, I'm going to use this on the road. Like, my lad's really keen, he loves it, so it's as much for him as me, really. So I will keep it as a road car because I don't want to make it just a track car. I'm not going to take the trim out. It's going to be a normal car.
Yeah, this is as far as it's going.
Yeah.
I'll just add a note on mine, the gift that keeps on giving.
Your suspension.
Oh,
So why is it a bit wonky, Jay?
should we just press that a minute? We'll just talk about the front suspension on mine.
So now the engine runs okay.
Well, I'm not going to say I trust it, but I've driven it about and it seems all right now.
It at least sort of drives okay.
It drives okay, but yeah, I jacked it up and had a look at the suspension, and it seems on one front strut I've got what they call the cup handling pack, orange labelled shock absorber with whatever the colour spring is, orange and blue spring or whatever, and on the other side I've got a pink one. So got one side is 5 or 10 mil lower than the other, perfect. So Facebook.
Is that just front or front to me? Just one.
Well, the back's so rusty that I don't know what they are. So yeah, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I've found a full set of standard cup, you know, spring shocks, everything that look brand new. So they're in the boot of it now, and I'm going to fit those probably tomorrow, I guess. But what a thing! Just.
You didn't buy one of these because you didn't want to work on it.
I didn't want a project, and look what's happened. What a car! I'm sure it's hiding many more horrors, but yeah, back to yours, I guess.
I mean, we've done it. I've also put the big brake out in the front. So discs are hard, calipers off eBay. They come with DS2500 pads, which aren't really the best track pad. So I'm not sure. I might put something else. I don't know yet. They don't feel. They've got no initial bite to them, but it's only 200 horse at best, even if it's even that. And I haven't driven on track for a long time, so I'm not sure how much I need.
I forget what 200 horsepower feels like. You know,
it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
I mean, this feels it's all right. It's not.
Yeah, I think that's how.
Bear in mind, back in the day, Cosworth was 200 horse. You know.
Yeah.
If that was you know, supposedly.
That was, you know, lightning fast in 1987,
Yeah.
but you know, it's not 1987.
But that's the whole plan with these. It wasn't to go in.
No, it wasn't.
Something fast.
It was to have something fun that was cheap until it ended up not being that cheap, but whatever. I mean, we're in it now.
This owes me a little bit now, but I mean, I always get my money back on it. And the beauty of these, if you do crash it, all the bits bolt onto another one. You know, so I can transfer everything over. I've also put R56 rear suspension on it.
That gives you a bit wider track, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah. In the arms are cast aluminium, so they're really heavy steel. But again, it was like 60 quid or something for arms. So
it is a nice change. You know, I've been complaining about this Renault thing, and people moan that the VVT is expensive and whatever, but I bought a genuine pulley from Renault and it was 100 quid. Yeah, you know, it's not in any way, in the grand scheme of cars,
expensive. I bought brand new rear discs and pads that were like 70 quid or something like that. I mean, it's nothing compared with a lot of the stuff we do. We've also put.
You want to get that?
We've also put a seat in it.
Oh yeah, you've got Gary's seat.
Yes, I was going to sell this. It's one I had in my Porsche a long time ago.
Gary.
But
it's a nice seat.
It's really nice seat, but I only had one. It came out of a crash car, so I only had one.
I bet a few of these came out of crash cars.
Well, it was. But I've had it for ages and ages, and I was going to sell it, and I just thought.
Yeah, we pulled it off eBay, didn't we? Because you decided to keep it. There's, you know.
I was going to put it in the Evo, but because I haven't got a match pair. And the thing with this is, it still folds because I do want to actually be able to use it. I was going to put, mate got a pair of Spark Code buckets. Yeah. But then the car's, well, it's too limited.
Yeah, I was fully ready to put my Recaro in until I drove the thing, and it's just
fine. It's put a little scan gauge in it. One of the.
Yeah, I just saw that. It's quite.
It's good. It just gives you, because there's no real temp gauge or anything on this, so this gives you. Don't want that. Won't wait eventually. Yeah.
It was on a minute ago when I drove it in.
Have you broke it?
Probably.
Oh well.
I am destroyer of things.
Jay's broke it.
Perfect. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. You can configure it for, but just air intake temp.
Get in there and
Sorry.
Go on.
Air
You point.
Air intake temp, coolant temp.
I'll put the steering wheel completely in the way of it.
You got boost.
It's
Air
not
intake
the
temp.
easiest thing to. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
just
just
configure
extra displays basically.
It's based on have it on water temp, just because there's no real water temp gauge on this, so
Yeah.
it just gives us a bit of extra information.
Cool. So I presume we're basically ready to go with these things now.
Hang on a minute. There is
Oh right, you cheat.
well, it's sort of, you know, why not?
Free power.
And new plugs. And
You got the intercooler as well?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to fix the exhaust because the exhaust is blowing horrible. So I'm going to put an extra little. It's got a Miltech on it, which it come with. But the middle section looks like you want to see the state of the world.
Is it like that one we chopped off mine?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think
Mine wasn't welded actually, it was just paste.
You know, it's really welded one without a mask because they don't want to look. It's terrible. So I'm going to put a new middle section on with an extra little resonator, just do that. And hopefully Chris is going to map it because it's pops and bangs and overrun. Oh.
For a man of your age, perfect. I bet Nate loves it, to be fair.
No, even he knows it's chav. I have taught him from an early age.
That is not acceptable.
Pops and bangs is chav. You don't do it. It's no need. It's just hot, and they haven't put all the mountings on the exhaust. Just little things that need doing, but it's fine.
We're basically there, though, aren't we? You know,
Yeah.
we're not far off an alignment away from.
This one is aligned. Just done.
Mine is not.
No. And it is only a bit of fun.
Oh, of course it
You
is.
know, we'll probably get a little bit more serious, but it is. Just
It's not going to get serious, is it? You know, to be fair, now I don't know how. I lost count of the amount of people that we know on this track day, so it's going to be pretty wild, yeah. So I'm quite excited.
And the thing is, you can't lose in one of these because it's slow. So if you get past where everything, the car's crap.
As long as a Mini doesn't come past you.
Well, yeah. Well, that's fine. It'll be a fast.
Or Dan's Rover.
Yeah, well, yeah. Clearly, that would be an issue.
Yeah.
You'd have to pull in with the misfire, surely.
Yeah. Give it the wobble down the straight if he comes
Is it
past.
the BDC wobble? Is it?
Yeah. Give it the wobble.
You know, because if I went in like my old BM or the Aston or something, you know, you'd expect to be the fastest guy out there, and I'm not going to be. So, you know, I can afford to put this through the wall and walk away for the set of wheels on there. You know,
Yeah, I know
that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
It's
Probably a brake disc on that thing.
it is joking apart.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this wasn't the paint's not amazing on this. You know, it was a cheap car, but for what I want, it's absolutely perfect.
So there we go then. I guess we will see you. Let's get you in.
We'll do when we finish the Renault, which might be a while yet.
We're not going to bother. We'll just it's as good as finished, and
It's not.
unless I'm changing the engine, which is possible, that it won't last a month till the track day. But yeah, I'm calling it done. I just need to put these shocks on and align it, and we'll see you at Donington with these ones, and then we better actually get on with projects that we've like. My Mustang needs to go back on the ramp. Craig's Evo thing is. We've basically pushed them to one side for 2 weeks.
How come on Instagram you said that it was my fault? You come around and said we'd do the track day and booked it. Nothing to do with me.
It was your fault. I said we should book a track day, and you said maybe it was my fault.
Yeah. See, there you go. And I went, yeah, okay then.
Yeah, well, Craig encouraged it, and that's it. So I guess thanks for watching. Hope you're interested in children's cars or girls' cars or whatever they are these days. And we're going to have some fun with them and hopefully not blow them up. So we'll see you at Donington in these ones. Till next time, stay safe, be nice, like, thumbs, all that. Cool.
At Driftworks, we've helped over 50,000 happy customers since 2004. Our huge online parts store is simple to use, with superb shipping rates to anywhere in the world, and finance options available for UK customers. We live and breathe wheel fitment, so if you have any questions about your own car or any of our products before placing an order, please drop us an email at shop@driftworks.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.